Sony announced that next month, much to the dismay of PlayStation owners and gamers in general, that they'd be increasing PlayStation Plus subscriptions from $50 up to $60, a $10 increase, and hasn't ever been touched or fucked with ever since 2010. That was the last time that they decided that they were going to increase the price of it, and this is something that's rattled a lot of fucking cages and pissed off a lot of people because, well, frankly, when you look over at PC gaming, which doesn't cost shit to go online and play, and then you see how this is working, you feel kind of cheated and you feel kind of pissed off. Xbox One owners are feeling the same exact kind of pain, just not nearly the same amount in their wallets. Now, jack shit has been said about Europe or Australia, but Australia gets boned on prices to fucking hell and back, so I'm expecting it to hurt way more over there. I can't ever say that, oh man, shit sucks over here, because when you go and do the comparison, yeah, it fucking blows. But this is something they didn't really say, hey, is there going to be additional benefits that are warranting this price increase? No, nothing like that at all. I mean, some people have joked about the fact that since Ghostbusters flopped so fucking hard, they're going to be losing out about somewhere in the realm of $70 million or so. And a lot of the other portions of Sony aren't doing all that well by comparison to their video game division, that they need to make up that money by doing stupid shit like this. I find that to be an asinine solution to a bigger problem, if that is in fact the case. But to me, I just don't see why increase the price on this. It's already quite expensive, though if you do the math, it's like, what, 83 cents per month? So when you think about it like that, it's not that big of a deal, but any sort of a price increase on anything whatsoever that you don't even really want to pay for, but kind of have to pay for just to play games online, sucks a big old barrel of donkey dick. Now, if they went and gave more incentive towards people to want to pursue having PlayStation Plus, then it might not be so bad. For example, why the fuck are you so sluggishly slow with PlayStation 2 releases that show up on PlayStation 4? And why is it that a shit ton of the PlayStation Plus releases are damn near always only indie titles and not any of the bigger AAA games? I mean, PlayStation Vita, if you have PlayStation Plus, is way fucking better. But if you got a PlayStation 4, I mean, sure, PlayStation 3's actually been getting a lot better shit, and I feel like that's because those platforms aren't nearly as played on by comparison, since PS4 is the current generation one, and the other one, I mean, the Vita can't do shit against the 3DS. We already fucking know that. And the PlayStation 3's last generation. Granted, I play the fuck out of it still, playing Red Dead Redemption right fucking now. Ha 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 ha! But think about it. They're getting a lot of good shit. PlayStation 4 owners aren't. I mean, why? That makes no fucking sense. To me, I don't like price increases on anything at all. It bothers the shit out of me because it just means more and more money. I mean, are we going to have a more stable service? That's my question. Is this shit going to have better security magically? Something that it should already have to begin with, because you shouldn't be compromising that kind of stuff all the fucking time. And sure, I know, well, some things can't be helped. It's still a valid point to argue. We're talking about a price increase. Okay, what are we getting for this additional $10 per year that we have to go and cough the fuck up? I know that Sony fanboys will be up in arms if you say anything negative about it, but truth be told, I'm looking at this on both sides of the fence. I'm trying to understand why Sony would want to go and do something like this. I just don't see what they're giving to warrant it. I don't. Because they didn't say anything. They just said September 22nd, there's going to be a price increase. Why? Because, well, shit. And again, PC gaming, hell, even mobile gaming, and the Wii U, and possibly the NX, we don't know a whole lot of details, but, fingers crossed and all that other happy shit. Nintendo Wii U, that's free. Xbox One and PlayStation owners, yeah, they kind of getting the fucking raw deal of everything. And I know that there's been a lot of times there people are just like, hey, why are you going and debating and arguing about this? You're getting one of the best online services. What about all the free games? And you do get free games, but they're only free to a certain extent because I'm still paying for this subscription service. So how free is it? It's baffling and confusing. At the very least, you don't need PlayStation Plus to go and watch shit like Netflix. So I guess that's a nice thing that they just didn't decide, we're going to go and really fucking jam it in. I mean, balls fucking deep, stick it to you. So that's fortunate, and that's a nice thing. At least they aren't doubling back and doing some of the stupid, foolish-ass bullshit that Microsoft had announced at that one E3, the infamous blackened day for Microsoft, when they had said all the wrong shit on stage, and Sony came out and was like, we're not doing any of that. Alright, peace! And then they won this console generation simply by doing that. But doing shit like this, I know there's gonna be a lot of folks out there that say, I fucking hate this, I hate Sony, blah blah blah, and they're still going to pay for it. And they will. But that doesn't make it right. See, to me, Sony, why the fuck are you just giving out, like, titles? And why are you just putting out just, amounts of PlayStation 2 games that are showing up there? Why the fuck isn't there PS1 classics on PlayStation 4 yet? I mean, we don't have native backwards compatibility built into the fucking system, so current generation owners need to rely on that stuff unless they kept their past generations of consoles, like this motherfucker right here. It's just proving a point. If you want to go and increase the price, then you need to be more productive in trying to get people to be convinced, hey, I'm getting the most bang for my buck. I mean, sure, they increased it, but look at all the other shit I'm getting, so it's not so bad. If you had announced this and said, here's a bevy of new things that are going to be happening just because of this, then people will be more understandable of it. Sure, they might not like it nearly as much, but it would make more sense than just price increase. Why? I don't know. A lot of people play on there. A lot of people play on PC. And then they just rush the fuck off and they leave. But this shit's just fucking stupid to me. I'm curious to all of you out there, there's probably going to be a lot of PlayStation owners out there, so for all of you, I'm curious, do you mind this price increase? Like I said, this totals out to be like 83 cents per month. Something that you're not going to notice, and you'll probably find just as much change on the ground if you pay attention. So this doesn't really add up to a whole shit ton for most folks, and especially since we're paying monthly for certain streaming subscriptions all the fucking time. But do you think that this is going to be worth it? Do you think this is okay? Is it that big of a deal? Do you think that a lot of folks out there are blowing this out of proportion? Or do you think that they're justified in the amount of anger that they have towards Sony doing something backwards like this? I've seen folks get so fucking angry that they said that they were completely dropping the PlayStation 4 in favor of the Xbox One. Which, I mean, that's a whole lot to go and do, but, I mean, more power to you. And a lot of people said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go and play on PC. There's folks who were saying shit like that. I've got all three. So, PS4, Xbox One, PC. So I'm good to go on any front. If I ever want to just cancel it, I just cancel that bitch. Hell, that's a good question. How many of you out there are going to be canceling your subscription because of shit like this? And if so, if any representative of PlayStation at all ever came across a video like this, which I would love the fuck out of, why don't you start enabling more PlayStation 2 games on there, more PS1 classics on there, and a bunch of other shit? Trust me, people might not mind so much, and maybe just toss in more fucking features to justify this increase, which currently has none. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin, as always, nerds, nerds, and gamers game the fuck off!